Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Selma. If you're new here, today is gonna be a really fun day because I'm gonna decorate our apartment for the holidays. I'm also gonna make cozy, Christmassy recipes. For breakfast, we're gonna make gingerbread French toast bake, which is so good. Then we also need to plan my Christmas party. The theme is Christmas cafe, so I'm turning my apartment into a cafe again, and I'm inviting all my friends over, so we need to plan the menu for that. Aaron is on a work trip today, and I told him we're gonna put up some of our Christmas decorations already today, but I don't think he realized that I'm gonna put up the tree and all the decorations we have, so he might be a bit surprised when he comes back home. But now, let's start by making the breakfast. For the French toast bake, we need some bread, eggs, Christmassy spices, a dark syrup, and some milk. Then if you want to add some extra protein, you can add some vanilla protein powder, but that's totally optional. And lastly, you can add some berries on top if you like. At this point, you want to make sure that all the bread pieces are soaked in the mixture. And now we're gonna bake this for about 20 minutes. While the French toast bake is in the oven, I need to show you our new kitchen table. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that we wanted to switch to a round table, and this arrived this week. I think it looks so good, but the chairs don't really go well with it, so we need to get new chairs as well. And we have actually found chairs that we really like and that are in our budget, but they're currently sold out, so we need to wait for a while. These are the chairs that we want to get. I think these would make the space look a bit lighter. Now the French toast bake looks ready. It took a bit longer to bake. It was in the oven for almost 30 minutes. Here's the ready breakfast. I added some vanilla quark and cinnamon on top. Now we can start decorating. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put everything, but I guess we'll figure that out when we start decorating. This year we'll have 2 Christmas trees because I still have my mini tree that I've had since I moved into my first apartment. And then this year we got a big tree because we have more space in the living room. So I'm super excited to see how that looks. I think we could start with the easiest thing, which is switching the pillow covers. Sandy's here to help us decorate. She's wearing her skirt because she's on her doggy period. gonna take a short break from decorating to make lunch. We need to test out a couple of recipes for the Christmas cafe. First, we're gonna make saaristolaisleipä, which is a traditional Finnish bread that is usually made of rye, but I'm gonna make a gluten-free version of it. The bread has this kind of chewy, moist texture, and it also has a bit sweet flavor to it. It's eaten year-round, but especially during Christmas time. I made the bread dough already yesterday and it's been in the fridge overnight, but now I'm gonna spoon it into a loaf pan. Now I'm gonna let it rise in room temperature for about 30 minutes. Now I'm gonna bake the bread for about 45 minutes. Here's the ready bread. I let it cool down in the pan and now I'm gonna cut it into slices. This is how the bread looks like. This gluten-free version doesn't have the same kind of dark color as the traditional bread has. I top the bread with some butter, cold smoked salmon, and avocado, a soft boiled egg, and dill. Here's the ready lunch. Another recipe we need to try out is marshmallow fluff that I will then add on top of hot chocolate. For that we need honey, sugar, a little bit of lemon juice, egg whites, and vanilla. I added 2 egg whites into this bowl with half a teaspoon of lemon juice, and now I'm going to whisk until soft peaks form. That looks good. Next I'm going to add sugar, honey, and water. Then I stir. We're gonna heat it over medium to high heat, but we're not gonna stir it. We're just gonna wait for it to get to 115 Celsius and 240 Fahrenheit. Next, we're gonna pour the syrup slowly into the egg whites while mixing at the same time. And then we're gonna keep mixing until it's nice and fluffy. This is how it should look like. Lastly, we're gonna add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we whisk again. I store the marshmallow fluff in this glass jar in room temperature, and we're gonna try this in the evening. Now I'm gonna start assembling the tree. I don't know how I'm able to do that alone because I'm not very tall, but we'll see how it goes. This will be the hardest part. Can't believe I was able to do that. I am all sweaty. This was not easy. I thought this would be easy to fluff these up, but it wasn't. This is the last time I'm doing this by myself. This is the vibe we're going for. Next, I'm gonna add the lights. Piruetti. Ja istu. Hienoa. Now I'm starting to add the bows. I feel like I finally learned how to make a perfect bow. So I'm going to show you how I made these. So you need about 75 centimeters or 30 inches of the ribbon. So first we just tie a knot like that. And then this part is difficult to explain, so I'm just going to show you. And then it goes through here. And then it should look like this. And then you're just going to tighten it. And then you should have a perfect bow. Tree is not completely ready yet, but Aaron just sent me a message that he's downstairs, so we're gonna film his reaction. Hello.
Hello.
So I've been here decorating all day. I even put up the tree. Now you can come and have a look. What do you think?
Looks very good.
It's not finished yet, but almost.
I like it. I like it. That looks very good.
And then
Beautiful. It's nice and cozy.
it is. Now the big tree is ready. I think it turned out very pretty. Now we can move on to decorating the smaller tree. I put it here. This is the entryway to our apartment. This dresser is not usually here. It's usually here. Since the tree is so big, we had to move this here, and the shelf we usually have here is on our balcony. Here I have all the decorations I usually have had on the smaller tree. I have so many of these skating decorations since I used to do figure skating. So my mom has bought me many of these. One of my friends made this. I think this is so pretty. And then I have a lot of these glittery ornaments. Here I have these gingerbread cookie ornaments. These are also very pretty. More skates. These are the prettiest ones. I also have this pearl ribbon that I usually put on the tree. I think it turned out really cute. I saw videos on TikTok where people put these candles from IKEA to these vases, and it looked so pretty. So I think we're gonna put those on the kitchen table. Now the whole apartment is decorated. It looks so cozy. I didn't expect it to take the whole day to decorate the apartment, but it turned out so good, even better than I had imagined. I especially love the tree. I was worried it would be too big for the room, but I think it's just perfect. Now we're gonna head to the gym and to the grocery store to get some ingredients for dinner. We just got back from the gym and the grocery store. For dinner, we're making healthier Swedish meatballs with mashed potatoes and roasted broccolini. This isn't a Christmassy meal, but it's super cozy and tasty. For the meatballs, we need lean ground beef. Then I'm using green onions, but if you don't have IBS, you could use a yellow onion. Then we need some spices like allspice, nutmeg, and black pepper. Then we need an egg, breadcrumbs, and milk. Aaron will be in charge of making the mashed potatoes, and the broccolini will just toss with olive oil and sea salt and pop into the oven. First, I mixed together the milk, breadcrumbs, and all the spices, and now I let this sit for 5 minutes. Then I added the egg, ground beef, and the green onions, and now I need to mix it with my hands. Now this mixture goes to the fridge to set for 15 minutes. Next, we're gonna bake the broccolini at 220 Celsius, 430 Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. I just roll the mixture into balls. Now I cook them on a pan with some ground confused olive oil. I top them with the lid so they'll cook quicker. The sauce I mix together in a small pot beef stock, milk. The traditional recipe uses heavy cream, but I'm using milk to make it a bit lighter. About half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, half a teaspoon of rosemary, and 2 tablespoons of flour. Then we whisk. And now I'm gonna let it simmer until the sauce thickens. The ready sauce should look like this. Then I pour the sauce over the meatballs. And here are the mashed potatoes Aaron made. And here's the ready dinner. What do you think?
It's good. Better than IKEA.
Good. Now I'm gonna make us hot chocolates for dessert. Just heat the milk in the microwave. To save time, I'm using a ready hot chocolate mix. Then I'm just gonna pipe the marshmallow fluff on top. This hot chocolate looks so good. Such a fun dessert. This homemade marshmallow fluff is really good, but you can taste the honey quite strongly. So next time I'm gonna use maple syrup instead because it has a more neutral flavor. It's now the next day. Today I thought we would plan the menu for our pre-Christmas party. But first, let's go make a cozy drink. I thought we could make a warm gingerbread latte. I'm gonna add a little bit of maple syrup and a pinch of gingerbread spice mix. A little bit of maple syrup and gingerbread spice also to the froth. This coffee looks so good. Now we can start planning. I thought we could start with the drinks. So my idea was we would do this kind of hot chocolate station / bar, whatever you want to call it. So I would make everyone's hot chocolate and then top it with the homemade marshmallow fluff. And then there would be a bunch of different toppings that everyone could add, like whipped cream, melted chocolate, mini marshmallows. But I don't think we would need like another hot drink besides the hot chocolate, like a coffee, because our friends aren't that big coffee drinkers and I don't think they would want to drink coffee that late. We're gonna start at around 5 p.m. So I think the hot chocolate is enough, but maybe we'll do like a welcome drink when they come, like a Christmassy mocktail, or then glögg, which is a Finnish Christmas drink. It's kind of like mulled wine, but we'll see. I need to ask Aaron which one he thinks is better. Now we can move on to the food. So I'm gonna make the dark bread I made yesterday, and we're gonna top it with butter, cold smoked salmon, and dill. And then I want to make a savory version of a classic Finnish Christmas dessert, which are Finnish Christmas stars. So they are usually just puff pastry topped with brune jam, but I'm gonna make a savory version and just add pesto, feta, and cherry tomatoes. I think those will be really good and easy to make. Then I want to make rosemary focaccia, and I want to top it with mozzarellas and kind of make like a snowman of the mozzarellas, and use either pepper or balsamic glaze to make eyes and mouth for the snowman, and cut noses of orange bell pepper or carrots. Now to the best part, the sweet treats. We're obviously gonna make gingerbread cookies because those are one of the most important Christmas treats here in Finland. Then I want to make my healthier, fluffy gingerbread chocolate chip muffins. And then my snowman cake pops. I need to show you a picture. Here, this is how they look like. So these are a no-bake recipe. They're just made of Oreos and cream cheese, and then you just roll them into balls. Let's set in the freezer and dip in melted white chocolate. Really easy to make, super yummy. Then I'm also gonna make my Christmas brownies. I'll show you a picture of those as well, because these are also super cute. But I think that's the whole menu that I have planned. I might add a thing or two if something comes to mind, and I need to ask if Aaron has any wishes. But now we can start building the actual menu on Canva. I always use Canva for these kinds of things because they have so many ready templates you can choose from to show you. So just searched for a Christmas menu, and there are many different options. Which one would be good? I like this one. And then I think this would be good too. I could also send them like an invitation. Let's see. Yeah, these are fun too. So I could send them like an official invitation to the party. This would be fun if we're gonna do that gingerbread house decorating competition. Maybe we'll do that. Now I'm gonna edit this a little bit and then I'm gonna show you the final result. So here's the ready invitation. If you're wondering why on earth is our pre-Christmas party this early, this was the only weekend that worked for all of our friends, so that's why. And then I added the theme and the gingerbread house decorating competition as an activity, and then the entry fee. Last time when I turned my apartment into a cafe, I got a lot of questions about did I charge my family anything for the foods, and I did not, but the ingredients were very expensive. And this time I think they'll be even more expensive since we're gonna do the gingerbread house decorating competition. So I thought we'll do a small entry fee, and all my friends were like, we'll obviously pay for the ingredients, so don't worry. So that was really nice. I also made the menu already. I'll show you guys. Here's the ready menu. It turned out really pretty. I need to ask my mom to print this out for me like last time. The next video will already be the Christmas cafe, so I'll see you next week. Bye!